And so I was just thinking, what can I share with you all that has been meaningful to me, that keeps you moving on the path? Because this is a long distance run. Remember, the long distance runs are 26 some miles or whatever, and you have to pace yourself. If you start out like this, you won't make it to the end. You know, you have to know how to work with your own energies, how to move through the ups and downs that happen over that 26 miles, and how to make it to the end. Maybe you don't win, but you make it to the end, you know, and that's a huge thing. And so for us spiritually, we also need to do that. We need to understand, and how we work with our energies, that's the path of yoga, Raja Yoga. That's the path that teaches you about how to work with your energy, how to understand who you are, what's going on, how to work with that. And so we have that, and so the path of yoga, Raja Yoga, is very important that we keep touching back into the teachings, that we remember what's happening. And then I thought, but the one thing that, at least for me, has really kept me going over, you know, we're talking days, years, decades, long time, because you have to keep going with inspiration. It's not enough just to stick it out to the end. It has to be with inspiration. And I thought, I think it really comes down to attunement. Attunement is ever new. It's ever new because we have to keep attuning deeper and deeper to get to the light. And so attunement means self-offering into the light. It means growing awareness, which is what the path of yoga gives us, growing awareness. It also means being open, listening, and being willing to grow and change. You know, we can't remain the same. We have to deepen our spiritual life as we go along. And so those qualities of deepening attunement are things, they're ever new. And as we move through our life spiritually, we need to keep attuning back. We need to keep touching back into what are those teachings and how do I keep that alive in my life? Well, it's by renewing. You know, you have to keep looking back to those, referring back to things that have been inspiring for you. One of the things that's very helpful is to remember why you came on the path in this lifetime. What brought you on the path? What happened in your life that really made it, I have to go on the spiritual path. I have to do that. I have to find my path. I have to change my life. I can't go on. To remember that moment in time and what was happening in your life that brought you to that moment. Just for your own reference point, because that was a momentous time. And it really meant that you were willing to shift your life completely. That you again, as the prodigal son had done, you hit bottom. And for myself, I just remember that feeling of, wow, this life as I'm living it right now has absolutely no meaning. You know, I am never going to be happy living the way I'm living, and that I see everybody else around me living. You know, getting a job, buying food, paying rent, a promotion maybe, you know. Anyway, but just those moments in time, don't forget them. They really are important and will help you to keep moving forward spiritually. But that ever new blessing of attuning to the Guru, to the path, and to the light. You know, we say, and it's true, we are children of the light. But to make that our own reality, we have to bring up our awareness and our consciousness to attune to the light. You cannot enter into the light until you're raising your consciousness enough that it is attuned to the light. And then you can enter into the light. And so it's again very important that we realize the process of attunement is vital and ever new. It never ends. You keep going, attuning, getting deeper, deeper, until you're done, until you are the light, until you've accomplished self-realization.